we're back on our way to the Ghost Ranch, and it's taking longer than we had hoped because we wanted to make the 11:15 tour, history tour. But you know, we saw all the things in the video last week, so it's probably not too much different anyway. We just kept running into things slowing us down, traffic and traffic lights and kid parades, and so we'll get there.
You're being gracious to call it a kid parade.
Apparently the children from the elementary school back there, whatever little town that was.
Espanola.
Oh, in Espanola. They had crossed over to go to the fire station for a tour, and they were crossing back over, and the fire trucks...
A four-lane highway.
Yeah, the fire trucks stopped all the traffic just as we were pulling up to that intersection, and let all the little preschoolers and tiny kids cross the street, which is fine. It's just, you know, another thing to slow us down. And, you know, my alarm didn't go off this morning either, so I got a late start.
And it's Friday the 13th.
And it's Friday the 13th, so at least it wasn't a parade of black cats, you know, walking under ladders or something.
My only regret of is what Shelley's calling the kid parade, is they were adorable. They had two lines of them, and they all had ropes, you know, so they could walk across. But it was the cutest thing, and I didn't have the camera on, the hood camera on. I would have loved that. I would have loved that shot. I considered, Shelley said you need to jump out and turn the camera on, and I was just four-lane highway in two directions and a lot of things happening, so I didn't feel it was safe to go out. But anyway, we're on our way. Should have a good video for you here. So the museums are open today, but closed between 12 and 1 for lunch. Figures. So not only do we miss the tour, we miss the museum start, but that's okay. We decided to use the 1 hour lunchtime to go take some pictures around the area, including something that you're going to see here in just a moment. And today I brought an AGK challenge coin, and I'm going to try and find a place to hide it so that if you guys ever come out here, you'll be able to find one of the AGK challenge coins that has our AGK logo on the front and a treasure chest on the back. Okay, so and we're gonna hide it. We're gonna put it out of sight, but you'll know if you watch this video, you'll know where it is. So let me see if I can find someplace here. How about inside this cup? What do you think?
I can see it.
Oh, that's hard. It's always going to be in the shade.
Maybe the other cup.
It should be okay. You think the other cup?
Yeah, because this one's a straight shot in. At least that one's covered a little bit by some grasses.
I was kind of worried this one's at an angle.
That's right, it is at an angle.
Okay, it's in the right foot of this cowboy here, or
cowgirl.
Cowgirl.
Yeah.
So we want to get a picture of that anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys come to Ghost Ranch, look for this. I don't know what you call it. Sculpture, I guess. And then.
See, it's a family: the daddy, the mommy, and the kid.
Oh, I see. Okay. Let's cross the other side real quick.
Right.
Oh, let's not, because the wind is blowing.
Well, let's just dance around in the road, why don't we?
Okay. So I do want to get a photo of this, so.
All right. That donkey's looking at you like, I can't even believe you.
You guys are doing this? Yeah.
I can't. I don't even know what you're doing, and I can't believe it anyway. Let's see the horses and the donkeys. smell them. Smell-o-vision. Lots of birdies.
All right, so the only problem with this is you're going to see the camera going in front of me every once in a while, right? Let's see, there we go. All right, this is the location where the, 16, good. All right, let's head, we're going to head that way. We're going to go back and take a picture of that cabin, the wagon. There was one other picture. So there's the cabin and the
Chimney
wagon.
Rock, but you took that last time.
I did, and I'm still kind of thinking about launching the drone. So we'll see.
On the property?
Yeah.
Did you ask? You said they gave
No,
you a
it's
phone
easier.
number.
It's well, I called, but they didn't call me back.
Oh. Okay.
So it's easier to apologize than it is to ask permission.
Easier, is it?
Yeah.
Contrails. Look, look, look. Aliens.
It's just the government trying to gas us with happy gas.
All right.
All right.
I think you need that shot of your truck against that,
My truck?
Yeah, you like your truck, right?
I love my little
Well,
truck.
there you go. Wouldn't that be a good shot of it?
Yeah, it would be.
You get the reservoir, right?
I did in that one shot. I've got the corner of the cabin, El Fajado? Pedernal.
Pedernal.
And then the reservoir here. It's kind of at a tough angle, but yeah, it's an okay shot.
Cool.
This cabin, the front of this cabin, is not going to have any sunlight on it until summertime because the sun is traveling that direction.
All right. It's good.
I think I'm going to launch a drone.
All right. I'll go hide in the truck.
No, you need to shoot it.
And we'll both get in trouble.
"30 seconds of footage, that's all I want.
Let's see. Check in with City Slicker's cabin. Oh, that's what that's called. That's the City Slicker's cabin right there.
Say again?
So that's the City Slicker's cabin.
Oh, is it?
Well, they used
Yeah,
it
that
in the
movie?
movie. Yeah, in the movie. Georgia O'Keeffe said, "It is not a country of light on things, it is a country of things in light." Okay. Getting busy again. Just like constant travel back and forth between the Ghost Ranch and the main highway here. The only reason to come in on this road is for Ghost Ranch. That's all that's out here.
We are eventually. Why?
Did you buy your day pass already?
Yeah, we already got it. We got it online.
Okay.
We've actually been up there already. We just came back out to take photos. Was she carrying day passes with her or what?
I don't know.
Got the aircraft. I think they're all coming back from lunch is the problem.
Well, they should be all where they're being now because that was a bunch of traffic all at once.
Oops. I always forget to take that plastic cover off the camera, and it doesn't like that. All right, now it's happy. Okay, let's take off from over here. So I'm looking for 30 good seconds of Georgia O'Keeffe landscape.
And city slickers. So compare with the movie.
Making sure the camera's on. There we go.
Aliens.
So I'm going to go up to around 300 feet, right about there. And what I want to do is find
Need
that
some shade.
pinnacle. No, it's not the shade. It's these glasses get so dark on me I can't see anything.
Mm.
All right. So let's do 30 seconds of landscape. Oops, what happened there? Ready? So I'm just going to head towards the mountains there. So I'm at 313 feet in altitude and I'm about 900 feet away from me. So I have those dimensions and I'm going to start right now where that little, right now, 30 seconds, so 42. There we go. And then what I'll do is I will turn around and give everybody a look at the kind of landscape we're on. I don't know, can you actually see that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll find out when we see the footage.
All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around 180 degrees of the drone. I'm going to fly it back in this direction so you can see the other side of the landscape. So all I'm doing is lining up with my outbound track towards me. And you'll see in that shot, let's get back on track here. The body of water is the reservoir. And over in the upper right-hand corner is Cerro Pedernal. And we've talked about that before. So I feel like I can do this without getting in any trouble unless somebody comes up that road, because it looks like everybody took off for lunch.
I think you're fine as long as it's not landing or taking off when they're crossing by you.
Yeah.
So I would, when you're ready to land, I would check for traffic and then do it quickly.
Okay, that's good there.
2 cars.
We're going to get back on our track. And I'm just going to bring the drone back to where I am. So we can hear it coming back now. And I'm 650 feet away from us. Gonna get a little bit of a right hand there. Now this drone has a return to home feature, and it's very easy to use, and I'll punch that in when I feel like we're close enough. So I'm at around 300 feet away, still 313 feet of altitude. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a couple of shots here. So I'm going to turn off the video, go to...
No, don't land yet.
Yeah.
Truck coming.
Got a car?
Yeah.
Let's do photo. And we'll take a couple of photos here.
Oh, it looks like a UPS or something. Yep, UPS truck. He don't care.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back to video and bring her home.
Go home.
There we are. So she'll get straight home. I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see what she's doing. She's almost right overhead. Still coming in. She's 100 feet away and 314 feet in the air. But you can see our truck in the image. It'll pretty much center up on that image. I launched from about 10 or 12 feet away, left feet the truck. So it'll spin out around to the direction that I started, and then it'll start going down. 250. And I don't know if you can hear it at this point. You may not be able to hear it, but you can hear it in the wind. The wind is blowing it around, but the gimbal is so stable you can't tell. Just at the last minute before she lands, she'll turn the camera straight up. So I don't have control of that. The only control I have right now is, do I want to stop the auto landing or not? There goes the camera. Turns it straight up and smooth landing. Let's turn off the video. There we go. Got the footage I wanted.
Yay. Well, I imagine they had to
Pardon?
shooting. I imagine they were shooting a lot when they were shooting that movie. So. All right, turning it off.
Okay. Shelley went back into the visitor center, so I thought I'd use it as an opportunity to have a little snack. Not a beer. Cherry limeade, my favorite. So these are made by Jack Links. They call them prime rib, but Shelley calls them, I guess we both call them doggy treats. So she'll tell me, if you stop at the next rest stop, I'll give you a doggy treat. Applesauce, Oreo cakesters, sweets, pretzels, trail mix, oh, it's just a bag of coffee and drinks, and the hood cam shouldn't be in here, but I dropped it in accidentally. So we got another 3 minutes before the museum's open. We went out on the property, got a lot of photos. I shouldn't say this too loud, but we got some drone footage that I'm happy with. So we got that accomplished. I'll do some pretzels. And a couple of doggy treats. So like everything else in New Mexico, it gets pretty dry. You have to keep drinking your liquids, your fluids. Make sure you don't get too thirsty. You can tell because the first thing that'll happen is you'll get a headache. And that's the combination of altitude and humidity, or low humidity. So we keep sodas, club sodas, flavored club sodas, and then water bottles. That'll get us through the day between the two of us. I think we're going to stop at the Abiquiu Inn on the way home and eat our either late lunch or early dinner, depending there. So I'm craving that crispy BLT again. That's the camera that goes on the hood. This is a GoPro, an older model, GoPro 5. And this is the GoPro suction mount. And then it has this wire cable. It's plastic coated. And you attach that to, I attach it to the windshield wipers. And that if it falls off, you're not going to lose it. It'll just bounce around the front of the truck. And they're pretty stable. This GoPro has a case on it. So it's pretty protected. I've never had one drop off in all the years that I've been doing that. So, all right. Here comes Shelley. We'll talk to you in a bit. Oh, it's dark in here. I don't know if we're going to get into footage. It's so dark. Or is it just because I have my glasses on?
That's part of it, yeah. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
Very good. And you?
I am stressed, in total honesty.
What are you? We're not part of that, are we?
No, not significantly. No, I have just a lot of bureaucratic stuff and getting emails, and I started this job only a few days ago, so if it has any slight lack of professionalism, that's why.
Oh.
I apologize in advance for that.
No need to apologize. We're here to visit the museums. This is our second trip out here to make sure that we do that. So just we're pretty much, what do they call it? Self-sustaining. We don't.
So the 10 panels there.
Oh, tin work?
Yeah.
So some Spanish colonial artwork, some santos.
San Isidro, Santa Barbara, Santo Niño de Atocha, San Francisco de Assisi, wooden mallet.
So the Santo
Nice
Niño de
artifacts.
Atocha is one that you see in a lot of New Mexico households. My mother had one, my grandmother had one.
Uh-huh.
Just letting everybody know the Paleontology Museum is through that door there. Just through that pavilion there.
Okay.
What's your what are your rules about flash?
I don't know. Because I just started working here. If
I won't use it if you don't. It's, I'm fine. I don't have to.
don't know.
Okay, then I'll just avoid using it. How's that?
Okay, fair enough. I think it's okay, but you probably won't great pictures with the glass reflecting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
A microscope there. Rocks.
I do know you can definitely use
Oh. Where is that?
Paleontology.
Pottery?
I know that.
Pottery sherds?
Of course, that's not an issue.
Well, whenever I'm in a museum of any kind, I ask just to make sure.
Fair enough.
Big. Okay. Can't see in there. Sorry. It's
Pardon?
microscope.
Microscope.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
Pretty.
Make sure it's on. There's a little dial somewhere.
Yeah, it is on. So. On the surface of some of these rocks here that are veined.
Many pueblos make these medallions, small ceramic shapes that can be used as necklaces, hair ornaments, or Christmas decorations. Displayed here are medallions from top to bottom: Jemez, Santo Domingo, Acoma, Zia, Santa Clara, San Juan, and Hopi.
All in their styles. That's a very cool map, isn't it? Some Tasuki pottery.
Ildefonso painted black on red water jar, circa 1930.
So that bean pot there is made of diatomaceous earth, and it's very popular for that area around Pojoaque and Chimayo. But it's a style of mud that has mica in it. And I know both Native American and Spanish pottery artists that make from it. As a matter of fact, a good friend of ours, Debbie Carrillo, is a diatomaceous earth pottery maker.
What's toasty in here? Mesa Verde pottery.
Great samples of New Mexican Pueblo and pottery.
Got some arrowheads, stone arrowheads. Bone tools, Sapaway Pueblo,
Oh, here's the story of
largest prehistoric Pueblo, AD 1250 to 1540, of Tiwa-speaking people in New Mexico. Irrigation ditches were introduced there after 1300s, enabling Sapaway to expand to 7 plazas, 2,000 rooms covering 21 acres.
whereabouts is it located? Tiwa? Along the Rio
Rio Grande de San Juan
Yeah.
and Santa Clara.
Yeah, the Tiwa language is generally
Grand
along the Rio
areas.
Grande. Great collection of arrowheads and axe heads, scrapers. So wanted to show you guys, this was the woman after whom this anthropology museum was named, Florence Hawley Ellis. She was born in 1906 and passed away in 1991. She entered the University of Arizona at the age of 16 and graduated in 1927, began teaching in 28. She completed a doctorate at the University of Chicago. Wow. So her doctoral dissertation was entitled "The Significance of the Dated Prehistory of Chetroketl, Chaco Canyon, New Mexico." She was offered a teaching position at the University of New Mexico in 1934. Quite an accomplished anthropologist.
That's interesting. So this is Guyana beans from AD 1175.
Is it in your shop?
I don't know. Is it? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Picture. And corn from AD 1175.
So the Guyana people were the people from this area, and last week when we talked about Pedernal, Cerro Pedernal, Flint Hill, it was the Guyana people that used to collect the flint and chert from that area and not only use it for themselves to make weaponry and tools, but they used it as a tool for barter from other tribes. Gallina, by the way, is a Spanish word for chicken.
Oh, yeah? I thought it was pollo.
Well, that's the pollo is when it's cooked,
Oh, I see.
like pollo loco.
Yeah, crazy chicken.
Turkey Springs. So they don't date this as, again, the Guyana people, but they don't date it. This is very cool. It's a classic anthropologist's set of tools. Very cool. And archaeology, I guess. Archaeology rather than anthropology.
Do you want to go across the hall? Or are you taking a picture? We go across the hall, or ladies of the canyons?
Oh, here's her dissertation. Oh, it's hard. It's behind a glass case. That's her doctoral dissertation. Wow. Clovis points. Look at the size of that buffalo. That was that early buffalo that eventually disappeared. Bison antiquus.
Mega fauna, like mammoths, giant sloths, or bison antiquus.
So it was believed that when they crossed the Beringian Strait from Asia over into North America, across the ice bridge, that they were actually following the megafauna, and that's what drew them progressively further south.
And over here to the ladies of the canyons room.
So this room is dedicated to Spanish colonial art. They have lots of santos. There's a retablo over there in the old style, furniture in the old style.
It says Walpi is a historic Pueblo village located on Hopi First Mesa, 300 feet above the canyon floor on the Hopi Reservation in northeastern Arizona. Established around 900 AD, it has been continuously inhabited for more than 1,100 years. It's a long time. This is Ghost Ranch history. Carol and Roy Pfaffel met Jack Lambert when they all worked at Bishop's Lodge. They became best friends and business partners and together bought the property near Alcalde, New Mexico that they named San Gabriel Ranch. In 1921, Jack married Roy's sister, Lois, and they soon had a daughter. Even with the wife and a small child at the ranch, Jack Lambert preferred to spend the dude season on horse expeditions of 4 to 6 weeks in Indian country. But by 1927, he could no longer ignore his brother-in-law's alcoholism. After a particularly challenging horse and auto journey in the Grand Canyon, Lambert returned to Alcalde, found Roy was drinking, and decided it was time to sever his ties with San Gabriel Ranch.
Oh, is that the woman that ended up with the deed?
No, this is about San Gabriel Ranch. The Pfaffels, Pfaffles. I don't know. Carol Stanley Pfaffel and Jack Lambert, Canyon de Chelly. They were quite the adventurers.
You ready to go to the Paleontology Museum?
Yep.
Thank you. Have a good day. Was this door open?
Close it. No, it's closed. The museum trail. The anthropology museum. It's a nice little.
I want to just get this.
Why do I feel heat right?
Reflected from the wall?
I don't know. It's like almost like a heater. Guess it's from the wall.
Is it the wall?
It must be. The wall's warm.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a difference in temperature.
Yeah, it's like the warmth coming right off of it. Restrooms are that way.
I'm just going to see what else is here.
The Burns edition, whatever that is.
That sign says 5 p.m. The lady said 4 p.m. I mean, we have plenty of time.
Just north of Ghost Ranch, I found this ammonite.
Would you like to go? And there's places near Albuquerque that we can go ammonite hunting. I mean, not hunting, but
Hunting. Kill them.
so.
Teodilto Formation, gypsum and limestone, deposited by a highly saline inland sea or lake. This layer is well exposed as the cap rock on Kitchen Mesa.
So, by the way, it does mention on here the Izzy app,
Yeah.
and we downloaded it. I was
Listen to
telling
that. We listened
we
to that in
downloaded
the
that app
car.
and listened to it before we came here.
Yeah.
So this is the period that our
Triassic rocks, Chinle Formation.
and the Triassic is where we found the coelophysis.
Right, Coelophysis. This
Yeah, 201 to 251 million years ago,
Before
and that's
Quarters
when
area. Triassic.
we were part of Gondwana, big continent. I wish there was a book with all this stuff in it so I could take it home with me.
I would guess there are at least one book out there in the world that's got this information in it. Probably a lot more than that. Dental tools.
Yeah, for digging out fossils.
Let's see. Finding skeletons weathering in the desert sunshine was not an unusual experience for a woman who grew up in the rugged rangelands near Fort Davis, Texas. When Ruth Clark Hall came to Ghost Ranch in 1961 with her family, she recognized cow skulls, coyote limbs, and deer antlers bleaching under the harsh New Mexico sun. Ruth had been a public school music teacher and a violinist with the Austin, Texas Symphony Orchestra. The ranch presented new opportunities. She began to explore the 21,000-acre ranch and became aware of much older creatures whose bones lay alongside those of modern animals. The fossil remains she found were mysterious animals, understood mostly by paleontology and geologists only. Ruth attended many of the ranch's seminars in paleontology, led by Dr. E.H. Ned Colbert from the American Museum of Natural History in New York, and A.W. Fuzz Compton from Harvard. So, good old Fuzz.
So the tree in the background on the painting is a conifer. I'm not going to try to pronounce the scientific names because I'll just mess that up. The two is a little creature. Where's the little creature? Looks like a armadillo.
Two. No, I don't see anything. I just see that one and that one and that one. Oh, they must be in the painting. It's in the painting. It's in the painting. The pig-nosed type of thorax was herbivorous.
Oh, look at, here's Effigia O'Keefeae.
This one, yeah.
It's not letting me take the shot.
Hesperosuchus. This rock contains bones from a primitive land crocodile,
Yeah, I
Hesperosuchus.
lifted the flash, but it's not letting me take the shot. I don't know why.
Got squooshed. Squoshamundo. Interesting.
Oh, I know what it is. Nothing. I'm just talking to myself.
Oh. So if you guys want to learn more about this, there is a app you can download for free
Oh,
and learn about the museum and what's in it. Anthropology Museum and, actually not the anthropology, the paleontology museum. They didn't do one of the anthropology museum yet, but they may. But they are adding something on to it currently, so they'll probably wait till that's done. Looks like the duckbill, got kind of a duckbill on that one. That one turned into a duck, see? And that one
Are you
turned
making
into a
that up?
roadrunner.
Are you making that up, or did you find it where it said someplace? So what's this big
making it
creature, number 8? Composite cast skeletal mount of a
Big crocodile.
phytosaur skull.
Phytosaur?
Phytosaur. This guy right here.
Yeah.
And that's our coelophysis?
That, I don't know, let's see.
No.
Not referenced here.
Okay, what number is that? That is number 14. 14, coelophysis, dinosaur sculpture by Dave Thomas. Let's get a picture of
The guy from
coelophysis.
Wendy's? Dave Thomas, the guy from Wendy's.
Yeah, same guy. Very tall guy, made hamburgers.
See, now, doesn't that look like it would turn into a roadrunner?
Yes. I'm not going to debate this with you because I don't have a better answer
the
for
long
you.
tail.
It's like with a flash.
And I think it had fuzzy feathers on it. Fuzzy feathers. Dino
Well, it would have
fuzz.
been
They
a
called
really-
it dino fuzz.
It would have been really hard to sculpt the fuzzy feathers. Look at this
I
guy.
had to glue them
How'd you
on,
like to
I
run
guess.
into this croc?
No, thank you. Worked really hard on putting it together, didn't they? This one was a swimmer, I think. The world's most complete specimen of Van Clevia campi was discovered at Ghost Ranch. This specimen was removed from the large plastered block located behind you. That one. It's like a dragon. Oh, the Burns Education Building is the lab where they work on the excavation stuff. Oh no,
What?
this big crocodile's eating this little tiny dinosaur.
Didn't they say they found they found one of them with,
With bones in its tummy, yeah.
so that one in the background. Yeah, this rock contains bones from the primitive land crocodile Hesperosuchus
Hesperosuchus.
on the near edge of an ilium, the upper part of the pelvis. That was one long-legged crocodile. I imagine he could catch up to you if he decided he wanted you for dinner. Wow, this one looks dragon-like.
That's what I said. Look at the face.
Van Clevia campi was discovered here.
Ephygia and Demonosaurus.
So these are all creatures that lived in the Triassic period, which was the same time, that 200 million to 250 million years ago, which is at the same time that coelophysis lived.
This is the one that had the bone in its tummy that belonged to another animal.
Where?
This one.
No, I mean, where's the bone in the tummy?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
But it talked about it. This is a cast of the coelophysis. Whoop. The tail will get you. Whip, whip, whip. Jump for that tail.
Stand next to that, what did you call it? Coelophysis, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Just so we have a size comparison.
Coelophysis. Oh, coelophysis. You're right.
All right, Vanna, thank you.
Recent discoveries near Ghost Ranch.
I'm going to stand up here on the little kid step so you guys can see this.
2007. Battleship Rock.
So this is an
Big
actual
Quarry.
work area where they are digging fossils out of the mud. And here's what's cool about this. I'm going to push the camera down just a little bit so you guys can see it. So, see all that plaster of Paris? That's what they put around the specimen to protect it before they move it anyplace. They use plaster of Paris and cotton. And they make those frames from them. And that's how they move it to wherever they're going to do the research. They bring it in a place like this to do the research. And you can see kind of a space right there for the human that's going to be working in it. On this side, that's a stereo microscope with a microscope light down there. And then there's a point and shoot camera up on top so they can document whatever their finds are. But they use that set of tools that you can see over there. Dental tools and picks and brushes and bulbs, air bulbs, to do their research. And they're just looking for little pieces of bones and things. Oh, you can see some. So I don't know if you can see. Bring your camera over here. Can you see as the corner goes around? See right there? Yeah, it doesn't get a good close-up. I'll get it with a still camera. But that looks like they're working on some bones right there. Because there's like a foot. Can you see it? And then like a backbone. I mean, no, I don't know if I can reach it far. So I'll get a picture with my still cam so you guys can see it.
Big step.
Let's see if we can get a flash. Flash is going to be good for that brown color.
Coelophysis. Bowery. Coelophysis bowery is one of the oldest theropods, meat-eating dinosaurs. It is also one of the most famous early dinosaurs in the world. The Ghost Ranch Coelophysis quarry contains hundreds of skeletons, more than known for any other Triassic dinosaur. The quarry became a national natural landmark in 1976, and Coelophysis became the New Mexico state fossil in 1981. Yeah.
So it's like they all jumped into or fell into the quarry at the same time because their bones were just stacked on top of each other. They died at the bottom
They
of the
were
quarry.
probably trying to jump on the alien ship all together at the same time, and then they got blasted, and then
This is
they all
why
died together.
this is why Shelley doesn't have a degree in paleontology. She tried, but then she brought up the aliens. And
Yeah, well,
well.
prove they didn't exist. Prove that was not true.
So if you're one of those people that has any interest in science, especially paleontology and anthropology and archeology
And geology.
and geology, this is just a very cool place to visit. I think I want to go back to the bookstore and see if there's anything specific related to the paleontology of the area. I think it'd make a good read. What do you think?
Sure. 2 lineages. Archosaurs include birds, crocodilians, and all descendants of their common ancestor. There are 2 main lineages of archosaurs, one leading to crocodilians, Pseudosuchia,
Look at
and
you.
one leading to birds, Ornithodira. Phytosaurs and Vanclevia were closely related to archosaurs, and it might be archosaurs. I'm going with this.
I'm going to go with archosaurs. I think you were right
Archosaurs,
the first time.
and share many traits with them. The image to the right shows a cladogram of the archosaurs and their close relatives. This thing.
Run your camera from the top of that, slowly from the top of that to the bottom.
This one?
Yeah, you may have to step back to get it in focus. Vertebrates. These are animals with backbones, as opposed to the invertebrates. So we don't have any connections to the dinosaurs because all that was eliminated in around 63 million years ago. So all our ancestors came after that. All right. I feel like we got to our museum. I just want to get that painting up there. It's not a very good shot, but
Yeah, it's cool how they got the whole range in one shot there. All right, I think I'm going to turn my camera off.
okay. Turning the camera off,
Seen
guys.
everything that we're going to see. What's going on?
All right, so I thought since we have such a beautiful blue-eyed sky, blue light, medium, what did you call it? Medium blue sky?
Azure.
Azure sky, that we might want to shoot a time lapse. And I guess I should mention that to shoot a 30-second time lapse requires 1/2 hour with shots at 2-second intervals. Now there's various ways that you can do that, but I'm pretty much accustomed to that algorithm, that particular algorithm. I know 2 seconds for 30 minutes gives me a 30-second time lapse. And I figured
30
we're,
minutes?
pardon,
30 minutes.
what did I say?
It takes 30 minutes to do it, 30 seconds.
Right, that's right.
I think you said, I don't know.
And what I'm using for this is our DJI Pocket, which is a gimbaled camera, but you get control of it through a smartphone, and you can actually go to the time-lapse function. And once you tell it to time-lapse how long you want it, how long you want the time-lapse to be, it sets itself up. You don't have to do anything except put it on a tripod and keep it still. And we went inside I went into the bookstore. They didn't have the book that I was looking for, but we did get some coffee. And Shelley got a book to read.
A book
So,
to read.
did you get something to read?
Yeah,
So-
a guide.
Oh, so I'm going to stand out here and shepherd the time lapse.
I want to put my sweatshirt on so I can be outside. It's not cold.
No,
It's just if you're outside for a while, you can get.
so I don't know whether you can see it. I want to start I'll swing it from left to right so that it starts with the colors here and then ends up on the Cerro Pardinal over there, hopefully, because it shoots a time lapse of 180 degrees. Now, once I turn the camera on, you'll see the little head go up and down. That's telling me there. And I got to press this 3 times so it's not in selfie mode. And then I got to connect it to the smartphone. And it'll come up there. Oh. It's asking me which device here. There we are. Okay. So you can see I've got it out there. I want to set up the gimbal so it's just right there. You can see the tripod right there. We're going to lock that onto the tripod. So it has a nice stable platform. I'm going to give it 2 little pings, and then I wish my glasses didn't go dark. Okay, there we are in time lapse, and it should be 2 seconds, 30. Okay, and I don't know if you can see it, but keep your camera on the gimbal head and it'll turn to the left, because I already told it I want to swing from left to right, and then it'll just start the 30-minute time lapse. So I don't have to do anything else but press that button right there. There we go. So we'll just let that sit for 30 minutes without bumping the tripod. And when we finish that, we'll be ready to head home. So we'll shoot an outro when we're in the truck. Can you?
It doesn't matter because,
It's stabilized.
yeah.
3, 2, 1, and.
We spent a beautiful day at the Ghost Ranch. It was almost warm. It wasn't warm, but it was not too cold, not windy, just a beautiful day. We got to see the paleontology and anthropology museums. They're not very big, so you could get through both of them in a half an hour if you're in a hurry, or if you have kids with you or something. Just a couple of small museums, some artwork. Gives you an idea of what's been found in the area, like the coelophysis. You can say it different every time. Coelophysis.
Coelophysis.
The
That's right.
official fossil of the state of New Mexico. So we had a great day, and we had to come back to get into the museums, but I think it was a good thing. We had a good, really beautiful day, so I think it was a good thing, and we got a lot more pictures. So I'm happy about that. And we can put those on our website. So we're looking forward to doing that.
So in addition, we got some drone work done. We got a time lapse done, not only on the hood cam, but right here in front of the facility, so you can see some of the beautiful colors today. My only regret was not being able to find a book on the paleontology and the archeology of the area. But what interested me is the two museums are named after the women who did most of the work here. One was a trained archaeologist. The other was not a trained paleontologist, but she dedicated the rest of her life to the paleontology of this area. So I was very impressed, and that's why those museums are named after women. So that's all we got for today. We're going to head back. May stop by the cafe at the Abiquiu Inn to get another BLT, and then you guys will see all of this in the video. We hope you enjoyed it.
We did.
We did.